Hi, my name is Alicia Magas with the City of Waite Park. I wanted to talk to you today about the census. The 2010 census forms will begin to arrive in your mailbox mid-March. This is a sample of what the census form looks like. You need to complete 10 questions is all it is. Complete 10 questions for each person living in your household. Even if there's someone who has been staying there for an extended period of time, according to the census, they consider them living there. So please put them on the census form. When you get the census form in the mail, you'll want to fill out 10 questions for each person in the household. Will not take very long. Recently did a challenge between the area mayors and city officials, and they filled out 10 questions 4 times. Like a family of 4, and it took 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So the census is saying 10 questions, 10 minutes. We can do it quicker than that. When you get this form, you'll want to fill it out, send it back. Official census day is April 1st. So if you get this form and you have questions on it, there are some questions assistance centers in Stearns County. Look for this on websites, posted at local city halls. Some of the sites are El Portal in Melrose, Belgrade Library in Belgrade, the Clearwater Library in Clearwater, or the St. Cloud Area Somali Women's Association in St. Cloud. Now, if you don't receive a census form in your mailbox, there are places that are called Be Counted sites that you can stop and pick up a census form at. Those local sites are the Waite Park Library, Schiffler Inc. in Albany, the Great River Regional Library in St. Cloud, and the Richmond Library in Richmond. There are still jobs. The census is still hiring people in Minnesota and specifically looking for people in southeastern St. Cloud and the Waite Park area. The number to call to check for a job is 1-866-861-2010. 1-866-861-2010. Call that number, ask about area jobs. They will be hiring for a while yet. Depending on what you are hired to do, the jobs may last through, I believe, September. But check out the Minnesota Census website. It'll show you what those jobs are paying in certain areas as well. So what happens if you don't fill out your census form? An enumerator, which is one of the possible jobs that you could be hired for with the census, will come to your house and ask you the census questions. If you do not want an enumerator to come to your house, fill out your census and send it right back in the mail. If someone does appear at your house and says they're with the census and you're questioning whether they are, would just like to verify that they are, you'll want to check for a federal ID. It may be signed somewhere. It should definitely have their name on it. If you're still questioning that, please call your local census office. In Minnesota, it would be the Coon Rapids office, or you can call a regional office in Kansas City. You can also call your area police department. We did get copies of what those IDs look like. They are not for public use. We couldn't put it out to the public for fear that people may recreate those IDs. However, we do have a copy of what it looks like, and if you explain to us, describe what it is, we could verify whether it is similar to what the census put out. Once again, 2010 census. We want everyone to be counted. A lot of stuff a lot of businesses and grants and all that rely on the census numbers. Couple questions: how many people are in your house? What's your name, male or female? Your date of birth, your origin, and does anyone else live in your house? It's very, very simple. It does ask for your phone number. I know some people have expressed concerns about that. However, the only reason they have it on there is if they cannot read something that's on the form, then they will contact you to clarify that. The census is saying that's the only reason they're asking for that, so please know that that's safe. This census information is safe. Nobody can find out about it if you're living in rental housing and you have 4 people living there, there's only 2 people on the lease. You want to list all 4 of those people on the census form. Your landlord, manager, owner does not have access to this information. Nobody will go and tell them that there are more people living there than what they are. Even if someone is here illegally and is not a legal American citizen, they are asked to be on the census form. No one's going to come after them. We need an accurate record of how many people are living in the United States. Thank you.
On April 1st, 2010, our nation will be counted. Every person, whoever they are, wherever they live. And what we learn will transform what we know about ourselves. The 2010 census. It's a new portrait of America. The 2010 census is an exciting milestone for America. It promises to deliver accurate information about our diverse and growing population. And it's important for the future of every community. Census data will be used to allocate over $300 billion in federal funds every year.
The 2010 census will be important to the nation because it is the foundation of our democracy.
The census, no matter when it is the consummate partnership between local, state, and federal government.
Communities use the data to plan for their future, like disaster and emergency services, healthcare services, schools, transportation, libraries, senior centers, and more. The 2010 census builds on the success of previous censuses and is the best planned and most well-researched census ever. And innovations, like a new short census form, will help to make it even more successful. The 2010 census, it's easy to complete. Data are always confidential and safeguarded. It's important.
This census is a commitment to the American way of life. To be counted as a resident of the United States, I think, is one of the proudest things that can happen to you in this country. It's important. Stand up for yourself, be counted, let people know you're out there.
The 2010 census. It's a new portrait of America.